Welcome back, everybody. It's Proxy, and we are still up north. So guys, from the last episode, I have run into a few situations, and I had been recording them, but the footage wasn't what I wanted, and some really weird stuff kept going on with my character. So maybe about a week ago, you guys will remember that the servers were being DDoSed, and during this time, a bunch of people may or may not have had their characters wiped. And I thought I was one of them. So I signed in and tried recording an episode last week, and I was down in Cherno. And I was like, okay, so this is definitely not where I signed out, because I definitely did not die as I was a fresh spawn. So I kind of played around a little bit, got re-geared, all that good stuff, signed off, and went and did some stuff. And then I was getting on to play again, and when I signed on, I was back at the Northwest Airfield with all of my gear. So it was a little bit of a surprise nonetheless to sign out with nothing, or sign in with nothing, sign out, and sign back in with everything. So I was definitely very surprised, to say the least. And once I signed back in and I had, there's a chicken right here, had everything, I was running around and got a vehicle that was just parked. Let me get up into this tree line and I will show you where she was. So we're right next to VMC right now, guys. I think. Yes, VMC. So the car was literally parked, or the truck was parked just outside of the military base, probably like, I'd say like right here where I'm pointing, like not inside that close, but about here, just underneath this little ridge. And so I run up to it and I kind of do a little once over, see if someone shoots at me. And then all of a sudden, as soon as I get in the truck, I get shot. Like hard up shot. And so they ruined my pants, they ruined my jacket. I had to throw out a bunch of stuff that we had. Luckily, our ammo didn't get ruined. Our food, I had a bunch of cans that I had in my jacket and stuff got ruined. But nothing serious. And then I went and flanked around. So I parked the truck back where I just was, flanked around, and came back trying to look for the person. And when I got back, the server restarted, and I was pushed back all the way down there with no truck. So I was just like, this is way too crazy. I'm not using this footage. I ain't got no time for this. So I've decided to restart, but I let you guys know it was kind of on the go. Wanted to give you a heads up as to why my clothes make me look like a hobo right now. But we're going to run into, or I'm going to run into VMC really quickly and take a look inside. I'm going to keep recording, but I'm not going to show it unless something crazy happens. But I'm going to head over to Vybor Town and hopefully find a truck. And I'm so unprofessional, that was totally my phone. But yeah, so if anything crazy happens, I'll let you guys in. Alright guys, so we are in Vybor Town right now, and I thought I'd bring you in here because I want to do a little bit of looting. I really need some new clothing. I need maybe a saline bag if we can find someone who's willing to give us a saline. That would be amazing. But today's episode, I want to teach you guys, or those of you who are new or old and still need some tips and stuff, I want to teach you guys about maybe some hunting, gathering, and surviving, I guess. I thought that tree was a person just looking in the window. I kind of got scared. And I want to tell you guys some pretty exciting news. So, yesterday, I actually applied for a hardcore server? Hardcore DayZ server. So, it's only first person, and it's a whitelisted server. So, I'm going to have the information for that server down below in the description, just so you guys can take a look at it and stuff. I was playing on there yesterday, and I have to say, it blew my expectation out of the water. It was definitely a little bit harder to get used to. So for those of us who are first-person players or third-person players like this, so for those of you who play like this, usually I play like this as well, getting used to first person is definitely a challenge, to say the least. And it's been a challenge. I did a few tips that you guys gave me, like fixing my field of view, like making it a little bit higher and stuff so I could see a little bit more and whatnot. And that did work. I will admit that stuff did actually work. And it was a little bit easier to play. I think this server, guys, is freshly spawned, because a lot of the doors are closed, or not spawned, but freshly restarted, because a lot of the doors are closed. The truck wasn't where I expected, and there was like a boonie hat and some ammo there, so I can only assume someone maybe took the truck and laid some stuff down from their inventory. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, so I wanted to teach you guys some stuff. Like, I want to do some fire making, some cooking, just silly little things like that today. Maybe we can find some friends who want to do that with us. But I'm probably going to head down to Gorka in that area and do that, because there's a cow field just outside of Gorka that I like to use. That's usually pretty promising. It's been a lot harder to find animals, I've found, in this patch than previous ones. I'm not sure why, but that's definitely something I've noticed. Not that big of a deal. It, you know, there's always other forms of meat in the game, like human and whatnot, but I don't want to just kill a person to eat them to show you guys. I want to only kill if I have to, as I've said before. So I think with that, I told you guys about the hardcore server. Oh yeah, another thing about that is I'm not going to do like a full-on... Oh, okay, let's not do that again. I'm not going to do like a full-on series with that server. What I'm going to do is, I guess, just like little clips and stuff from adventures that I have on there. Nothing like this full-blown take you guys everywhere I go. What did I just hear? Is that a zombie? That was weird. I don't know. Kind of scared me though. So yeah, it's just gonna be like if I hang out with some friends and stuff, I'll play on there, and if we get some good footage and stuff, I'll show it to you guys. What is that? Is that a black tracksuit jacket? I ain't got no time for black tracksuit jackets. But yeah, so I'm going to loot up a little ways around here, then I'm gonna head to Gorka, and I will bring you guys back, hopefully, when we found some cows. Alright guys, so I've brought you back at Starry, and right now I'm checking out the military compound that's just, I guess you would call it like on the hill a little bit up from Starry, right next to the big barns. You'll see it on the map, me running towards it, so you'll know exactly where it is. Now in this military compound, from what I have noticed and what I've noticed from other people, is that there's only one tent that actually spawns loot at the moment, and that is in the center, right there, that I'm running towards. Now I just want to make sure that I am kind of by myself, and hopefully no one sneaks up behind us. But right here, it seems this is the only tent. Oh my god, a Smursh. Heck to the yeah. We're gonna take that instead. But yeah, it seems like it's the only one that really truly spawns stuff. There's a bit of ammo for that. We're actually going to take the ammo and hide it somewhere else. I don't want someone getting it. But yeah, so this is the only one that currently is spawning loot. I'm sure in the future they will have it distributed between the tents, because as you can tell right now, it's a little bit of a loot explosion in between. But yeah, so this is the little encampment. It's pretty recent. It came in with the 0.57 update, and it's really beautiful. I like it. I find it's in a little bit of a weird spot with these barns. Maybe if it was a real settlement, would it be so close? But then again, maybe they could store things in these barns and all that jazz. But I think we just found a spawned truck. Definitely was not expecting that, but let's check it out. Give her a go and see if she's actually working. Look down, and it's full of gas. Holy crap. All right, well, I'm going to drive to Gorka, and I will see you guys there. Alright, so I brought you back in. I know I said I would do it in Gorka, but I changed my mind and I wanted to show you guys just outside of Novi. There is a little junkyard, I guess you could call it. And this place, I'm not sure what it's like now for 0.57, but it used to be an amazing place to find things. And look, I just found a can opener. Yes, I got it. Inside of the backs of the trucks, just sitting on the ground, there's usually some good stuff. Like, as you can see, there's like a canister for starting fires and whatnot. And so just coming here and checking it out is not a bad idea. I will admit it was probably a bad idea to come up here and check it out when I had a vehicle. I probably shouldn't have stopped, just because if anyone was in the area, they would have heard the truck, probably followed it, and wanted to check it out. And there is a burlap sack and rope, and I think we actually... Okay, I lost my rope, I guess. I'll take... Oh no, I think it's going into this jacket. Okay, so the rope's going into the jacket, whatever. But yeah, so I just wanted to check it out, show you guys exactly on the map where I stopped, just so you guys can, I don't know, have a little look-see of this little place. I really do like it. I usually come here, I find ammo, food, it's really great. A thing that I usually do is if I spawn in Zino, I will usually head to Gorka and then up this way here. And this is one of the best spots where I like to find food if I'm in a pinch. Now, I'll be showing you the other one where the cow field is, but that's, sometimes there's not cows there. So again, this is another good spot to take a look at. So we're here at the cow fields. We are just outside of Novi and Gorka. So Gorka's that way and Novi's this way. And there's a sign here that lets you know the two different directions. Now what you want to do is, I'll actually go straight from the sign. So again, that way is Novi, or sorry, that way is Gorka and this way is Novi. If you just come up this road a little ways and to the left here, there's actually a cow field just beyond this little fence, or it's right here, but as you guys can tell, I don't think we have any cows. This is a bit of a predicament because I was hoping to be able to kill some cows and show you guys some cooking. So it's either in that field there, because they roam around a little bit, or over here in this field, mostly in this field here that I see them. But I think there might actually not be any here. I want to, let me know, guys, have you seen any cows, or other than, I saw a chicken just then, but other than chickens and whatnot, have you guys actually found like cow fields, or have they been as barren as this one? Because I will admit, not as many people as I would expect actually come to these areas looking for cows. I could be wrong. I could very well be wrong. And recently, with the way new things are happening, people have been coming here more often. But from what I can remember, these fields were usually pretty plentiful. I would definitely like to know. But I guess since there's nothing here, we'll head to Gorka. And I don't want to bring the truck to Gorka, or I don't want to bring the truck down to Zino, but I think we will head into Zino again and do a little bit of coastal stuff, because it seems that my plans have been sabotaged by the disappearing cows. So maybe we'll try to find some interaction, or maybe I can find a human who doesn't mind being eaten. We'll just have to see what happens. Looky, looky what Proxy has found. So we're in Zino. We're in Lower Zino right now. We were in Upper Zino, as you guys can remember. Oh, I should have, darn it. I should have checked the cow fields. I didn't even freaking think about it. So I'm going to go around this building. I think we're actually going to take our MP5 out for now. I thought there was only 10 rounds in this bad boy. I was like, what? Did I shoot some? Oh, I just heard a rack. Alright, so you might have some action here, guys. Good or bad, we will see. So a rack would be probably around the police station. That's usually... That's an MP5 that's firing. I wonder how this is gonna go. I've never actually, like, shot at someone with this thing, so I don't know what my aim is gonna be like. That sounds like a handgun. Let's go check it out. I'm a little nervous. This is my first time getting to some PvP action in third person, and again, or in first person. Darn it, I always get those things mixed up. This is my first time getting into some action in first person, and again, I'm on a third person server right now, so I've never actually... So because of that, sometimes people might have the advantage over me because they're able to peek over walls and whatnot. But we're going to head in the direction that I think the shots might be around, which would be over by the police station. We're going to do a little bit of a look-see, see if we can be careful, so we don't get our butts shot as well without at least taking someone down. Jeebus. Okay, that was a freaking SKS. So, poop is going down right now. Stuff is going down. I'm a little nervous. I wish I knew where those shots were coming from. I wish I could see someone or something. God, this really does feel so weird being in first person. I feel like I can't see a thing. Like, I feel like it... Jeebus. At any second, I'm going to just get destroyed. That was so freaking loud. Alright, so it seems like it is the police building right here. I've been kind of stalking around. I just heard the sporter. Alright, let's go give this a try. Cross our fingers. We'll see how it goes. Character, why can't I run? Alright, I hate having to do this, but... So, as you can see, that guy just passed me. There's definitely someone inside. Hello? Is there someone inside the police building? Yeah, so someone is in there. As you guys can see, I just got shot. You know, you don't have to shoot. I'm actually quite friendly. Wow, that was incredibly played by those guys at the police building. I have to say, I was not expecting that whatsoever. It's the first time I've had someone roll to shoot me, and it was incredible. So I'm not going to do a slow down and each moment by moment like I did last time in episode 2. I thought I would just have the video playing while I'm speaking. I did a lot of things wrong during this, and I know I did a lot of things wrong. First of all, running into that shed and staying there was one of my biggest problems. Second was using a weapon that I've never actually tried to use before, because as you see, when I see him roll and pull up my weapon to actually start shooting him, I'm actually at chest level. I'm nowhere close to where he is, so it gives him the chance to be able to use, I think it's an SKS, it might be a sporter, to be able to kill me. And I was nowhere close to shooting him. I was actually hitting the wall behind him because I was shooting for the chest and not for him. I didn't have the hand-to-eye coordination to move down. So another thing is when I got shot that second time by one of the guns and I ran back into the shed, I should have actually closed the doors or ran instead of leaving them open like that. Because I was in first person, I didn't actually get to see the guy on the side of the building. It just all really happened quickly, like I've said before. But on to the best part. Next is going to be some footage after this battle. So I ended up getting a few bear Zino spawns, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to go back and see what I can do. And these are the events that happen when I go back. Now keep in mind, I am in third person for the rest of this video because it's hard to fight against people who are in third person. So I thought I would kind of even the playing field a little bit, if at all. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that first part, and let's move on to the next. So sadly, I have to do another voiceover. I was looking through the footage, and it seems that I may have been stopping and starting recording a lot through this little after death session because I think maybe frame issues. But once I get back to the police station, I meet up with two, what I assume is friendly people. So one is Rabbit and the other is Hawk. They're a squad to say the least. We ended up going into the police building, clearing it out, and getting some gear. Do you want me to run up and tell you where they are? After a few exchanges of deaths and surviving and deaths and surviving, we end up leaving the police building, running to a building nearby, and someone had an AUG inside, so I was able to gear up after that. After Rabbit killed the guy who had the AUG, I was able to gear up a little bit better, taking his stuff. Then the server restart, of course.
I'm gonna go in the sweatshop.
There's someone outside the pub. Are you guys outside the pub?
I am.
Okay.
I'm coming out the back too.
Yep, that's me. There's someone in the front. Is that one of you guys?
I'm in the front, yep.
Okay.
There's a guy coming down the street from the south. I'm gonna fire.
Watching your back. Zombie, watch out. Dude, this lag I'm getting right now is ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. It's hitting me hard too. Okay, he's coming up. I just seen him run. He's going to be coming behind the buildings.
Behind, like by sweatshop?
Yep.
I've got my little F and X out. Oh no.
Oh no.
Alright guys, so we are back after that whole crazy bear Zino shenanigans, and after the restart, we got into another server, and I thought, you know what? I actually have human meat, so guess what I can do? I can show you guys how to cook, and we're gonna do just that. So I have a knife here. Do you guys remember I showed you how to make the improvised knives? And if you don't have an actual knife, just use an improvised knife. And to start a fire, if you have nothing, so right now I have nothing to start a fire, no matches, nothing. So what I'm gonna do is come up to these trees and I'm gonna cut off bark. Alright, so I found something. So now we have some tree bark. Where did that go just then? Alright, so we have some tree bark. Next, what we're going to need to do is get some sticks. So we're going to chop some sticks down. So we need to find a tree that isn't this white tree here. Now, my friends are just sitting back there. I told them what I wanted to do, and so they're just going to wait. But we can't use these white birch trees. You can't actually grab the right type of bark off of them. And I think... Oh man, don't tell me all of these are birch. Here we go. We'll use some apple trees. Actually, this tree right here is perfect. So again, you can only use birch bark to start a fireplace. Alright, so we're going to come up to the tree and say cut bark. We're going to get the fire starting first. And then I'll do the rest. Alright, so we got the birch bark. And now if you use the sticks that we have, we can craft a hand drill. And this is what we're going to use to start the fire. So we're going to go up to our friends and we're going to get going. We're going to get this fire started. These guys have actually never started a fire and never cooked meat over the fire before. So this is not only new to some of you guys, it's actually going to be new for them, which is pretty exciting. Alright, so we're back. There's a bunch of different ways to craft fireplaces. So we can use sticks onto this birch bark, and we can craft a fireplace, and it's only a little tiny one. So what we can do is chop down some wood. Now you are going to need an axe to chop down these big trees, but if you just need to fill it with sticks, then what you just need to do is just use your knife on the twigs again. Now notice how I just dropped my axe. I actually picked up a stick. Now that's something that's in the game and it's a little bit annoying. If you use an axe to cut down a tree, always check your character to make sure your axe is on your back because usually it'll throw a stick there. Hey guys, if you want, I have some sticks here if you guys want to take some and use them for the fire. So we'll get them to take some sticks. I have one on my back and now we'll go to the fireplace and we're going to add this extra stick we have. And we're going to put our big logs in here. These big logs actually burn longer. So that's the best thing about those. And I'm going to just drop my axe on the ground right here. And we're going to take this hand drill. And now you can see it says ignite by hand drill. As you guys can see, I am in third person right now. I switched over once we were in Zino and got into those fights because it was just being in first person while everyone is in third, it's not okay. It doesn't work out. So I'm going to grab my stick. Did you guys grab sticks for yourselves, like these ones here in my hand, like the one in my hand? Oh, wrong kind of stick, not big enough. You should see it standing up right here in the ground. You guys can talk, by the way. Don't feel like you can't say anything.
I need this one.
Yep, this big stick.
What kind of?
Pardon? What kind of what? The big pointy ones. Don't hit each other with these because you can actually one-shot someone with the stick. Alright, so I'm going to drop some meat for you guys. So all you got to do is put it on the stick and you walk up to the fire and say pose stick over fire. And when you do that, you have to watch it cook. It will actually burn on you. Behind you is the meat. These guys are so derpy. They only usually go and do...
Stick on the meat on the stick?
Yep, just drag it on. There you go. Alright guys, so what we're going to do is we're just going to come over here. We're going to pose it over the fire. And it's easiest to look in first person, I find, because you can see when it's cooked the fastest. And we're just going to sit here and wait for it to be done. So guys, what do you think? Isn't this just amazing?
Cool. This is my first time of doing...
It's fun to experience new things. Look at them shaking their heads. One thing I will tell you is usually when you cook meat on a fire, this is for you guys as well, if you put it into your backpack or any type of food that's hot, you will actually overheat and you can die from it. So usually you just want to cook what you need to eat at the moment. And as you can see, my meat is done. Pull it off.
Here's this.
Yep, I got it. Can move away. And now, okay, don't mind what type of meat this is, guys. It's totally not human, but it totally is. It's the only thing I could have, okay? I only had human around at the moment in time. So yeah, that is how we're cooking. It took us, you know, the full episode to finally be able to cook something, but I had a lot of fun. So these guys here, so that's Rabbit right there. That's Rabbit, and this is Hawk. So those are the two guys who luckily didn't kill me in Zino and helped me kind of get geared up. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. It was a lot of fun, and thanks for having a little campfire with me, guys.
Cooked. Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed the episode.
Loved it. That's the first time I've eaten meat from a stick.
Well, I hope it was the best human meat on a stick you've ever had. It was a human kebab. Well, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!